Feel the legs pushing up on the sand. I'm feeling it. Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel it, raise your hell in the sky.
All right, guys, I want to talk about this for one quick second. And I'm surprised I haven't talked about why Cody Rhodes left AEW. And it's probably the worst decision that AEW has ever made, letting him go. And I blame that on Tony Khan and his incompetence. So the thing about it is, Tony Khan, when he gets the flavor of the move, Rich Boy, when Rich Boy get a new Ferrari, he wants to take it out for a spin, he's like, oh, yeah, this is great, this is that. And he decides to leave the other Lamborghini at home. He happy he got the Ferrari, so he's like, yeah, this is the one I really wanted. That's what happened with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. So CM Punk is the Ferrari. Now, you probably say the Lamborghini's better. Bear with me. Work with me. Come on now. I don't care. I'm just using an analogy. And what happened was Tony was just happy to get CM Punk. It gave CM Punk more of a creative role and freedom that Cody Rhodes probably said, yo, you can't be doing that. Like, yo, you giving us this. We started the company. What are you doing? Because Tony always wanted Punk. Tony wanted Punk, and Punk asked for this, that, X, Y, and Z, and that's what he got. And this is where Punk is wrong for. Punk should have never went in trying to go for that. He should have earned that. Once he got the business, the buy rate, and all that stuff in, then he could ask for that stuff later on. He didn't. He came and asked for X, Y, Z. That rubbed people the wrong way, which was a la Cody Rhodes. Also, it don't make any things better when Cody Rhodes and the Elite lost a lot. Like I said, they lost a lot of creative, which has hurt the fucking company. You could tell that the company has been hurt from that. The Young Bucks not running the tag team division no more. Look at the tag team division. It has been other shit. The damn Kenny Omega's not running the women's division no more. The women's division ain't good regardless now, but let's just say the women's are not featured as much as they were. Let's just say that. They are featured, but not as much as they should be. Tony Storm is really doing well with that Hollywood gimmick. And I should set it forward. They should do something like a Tony or Timeless Turner Classic match. Have a Turner Classic type of match with Tony Storm and the new girl. And that could be her gimmick, having a classic black and white match with a cinematic feel. They should do something like that. But I will talk about that in another video. So, Tony Storm is the one keeping the division alive because she's doing character work, which is lacking in the AEW division, in all their divisions. And then you had Cody Rhodes handling the mid-card and main event, and you notice when Cody was booking everything, things made sense. When Cody was doing everything, things had logic. There was logic. There ain't logic in nothing. How the blue fuck, let me tell you this, ain't no disrespect to Daniel Garcia. The guy's a great worker, top that all off. How the blue fuck you get a world title match before Wardlow, before Joe, before Jay White, and they're like, oh, well, we would like to give these guys matches. No. If it doesn't add to a storyline, why do it? Make it make sense. If you would tell me, oh, well, I decided to give Wardlow a match because he's been beefing with me, that adds to the storyline, that's fine. Hell, giving Roderick Strong a world title. Granted, it doesn't make sense because of the rankings, but it makes sense to the story. Daniel Garcia has nothing to do with MJF's multiple storylines. Why the fuck is he getting a world title? And not only top it all off, the motherfucker's wrestling without the damn belt. Make it make sense. Tony Khan does not care for logic. Cody Rhodes, the Bucks, and Omega cared for that. So, Cody left. And it's been the worst decision that AEW has ever made. Cody is a bigger star than he ever was in AEW. Cody is bigger than CM Punk. There ain't a question about it now. So CM Punk will come back and play ball, not with AEW, with WWE. He won't have that creative role. But Cody Rhodes would probably feel some type of way, like, yeah, your ass is going to put me over here. That bullshit you did at AEW is not going to happen. And Punk is wrong for that because Punk should have not got into the backstage politics. He should have left that alone. He knew better. But he He said, you know what? This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. And this is probably WWE said, no, you're not getting all this creative control. If that was what he wanted. Now, again, I don't know what he was thinking if he asked WWE the same thing. You're not going to get all that. That's not your company. But he knew Tony Khan was a spat for him, and he got it. He got a smuck. But Tony Khan has to realize you have other people. You can't be giving this man the keys to the kingdom when you haven't gave the keys to everybody else. You have to be 50-50 with everything. And what I mean by 50-50, not booking. No. I mean, you have to be 50-50 when it comes to everybody. If you are that way with this person, then you have to be that way with that person. For example, if the Bucks are the only ones with the elite power, with the exec power, then they need to stay in that role. No one else should have that role. Point blank in the story. If they're doing storylines, no one else should do that. But they probably butted heads. Now the story came out that Cody and the Bucks probably butt heads in creative. More than likely they did. And again, they probably tried to work it out. Tony came in and said, well, I'll take control of creative. And that's when Cody was like, okay, fuck this. Because Cody's like, you're taking everything away from me, and he gave a lot more to CM Punk. And God knows how much Punk was getting paid. When Tony Khan said, well, we did come with a price. I bet you wish you came with a motherfucking price now, you stupid asshole. You gave WWE the keys keys to a Ferrari, but you also gave WWE a puzzle piece that they were missing from the bloodline, a end story. And this idiot, he didn't think. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I understand. A lot of people will be saying, well, Johnson, you don't know. I can tell you right now, I know that Cody Rhodes going to AEW was the worst decision ever. Jade Cargill going to AEW was another bad decision because the way she looks, there ain't nobody on no roster. And let me say this again. No motherfucking roster from MLW, from NWA, from Impact, from fucking even WWE that look like Jade Cargill. Let alone she is money. And this fool allowed her to leave. But you know what? He even said they came up with a price. What happened was Jay talked to Punk. Jay talked to Cody. Mark Henry got in her ear. Mark Henry said, get the fuck out of here. Punk probably texted her, get the fuck out of here. Cody Rhodes probably said, yeah, I'll welcome you, man. But yeah, I would say get out of there. It's bad how the company has fallen since Cody Rhodes left. It's so bad. It doesn't make sense, though. This company, when it came out, was supposed to be the alternative. This company, when it came out, was supposed to have logic and long-term booking. This company has none of that anymore. It lost its identity. And Tony Khan is the most to blame. He hires all these ex-WWE stars. This company is worse than TNA. This company is worse than TNA. At least TNA first 4 or 5 years, it had an identity. And lost its identity in 6 to 7 years. These fuckers lost their identity less than 3 to 4 years. Let that sink in. Because Tony Khan does not learn from the past. He quit to say, I was a fan of WCW. Don't make the same mistake of WCW. Oh, yeah, I watched TNA, but I didn't think it was a good company. Learn from what TNA did wrong. They hired every ex-WWE guy. Stop hiring that. You have a homegrown talent. Use them. When that roster was so small, it ran better. When you only had AEW and Rampage, it was fine. Because he wasn't stretched too thin. Now this motherfucker's all over the place. You got Ring of Honor, you got this, you got that. And another thing about Ring of Honor, too, that motherfucker needs to go. Literally, I just go to the library. I don't want nothing. Ring of Honor should be NXT for AEW. It really should. It really should, but they're not. Samoa Joe dropped the ROH title. I don't care. I did a video on that already. Don't care. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't want to talk about this too much. I've ran my mouth long enough. But yeah, I just want to talk about how why Cody Rhodes left AEW. And this is the reason. He's just losing power, CM Punk getting more power, the Bucks and Omega fiasco, Tony Khan not listening to reason. And he probably said, fuck this shit. And WWE probably offered him some money. Because it took one person to jump. And see, if someone would have told me 4 or 5 years ago, the first person would have jumped would have been an elite, would have been one of the execs, and it would have been Cody Rhodes, I would have laughed. If you would have told me Kenny Omega, I would have said, yeah, Kenny probably, but nobody else. Or, hey, man, yeah, that makes sense. Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes, since he's left, has done more for WWE than anything. It's made the company watchable for people, not for me. But Raw is now kind of not must-see, but if you're a Cody Rhodes fan, it's a must-see. He gave them one of the best WrestleManias in years. In that main event Cody had. It felt like an old changing of the guard type of thing. You now have Cody Rhodes leading the pack of this new generation, with Roman Reigns still leading the pack of the new generation, but slowly but surely dialing back, giving them an end storyline with somebody to actually defeat Roman Reigns because they had nobody on the roster. Then here, a la Tony Khan gave him Cody Rhodes. And now it's something. But anyway, guys, I'm over the top. As always, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. Tell me down there below what you guys think.